Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 2. When we left off last time, we raided the Harpy Nest, fished out all the dreams, and the whole time I was in there I didn't use any of my Harpy traps, and it's been suggested that I probably really should. So, although we have Baltimore to track down, or whatever happened to him, I really want to go back and finish up this Harpy thing. So, we are going to do the Harpy quest, and while we're out and about, we can perhaps come across Baltimore's secret stash as well. Let's start by going to the quarry, because that's pretty easy to find, generally. I say that, but I'm about to go the wrong way. Okay. So, all these guys here, and then I go this way, right? Right? This is feeling right? I think. Yes, okay. I wonder if there's anything going on with this guy yet that we can tell. We got him all of his feathers. Yeah, exactly.
My queen, my lady, you're a wondrous sight. All in your nest envy you.
Alright, we'll interrupt in the blunt way.
Got any other work for me?
So, nice weather we're having.
Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is colder usually, isn't it?
The mages must be up to something.
Oh, yes. They devise with experiments. Always changing the world. They'll botch it one day, and it'll be the end of us, I tell you.
I shudder to even think about it.
The game really wants me to take the feather. No, well, I guess that's it. We already went over the weather. Let's do it. So.
I want you to have this feather. I have no use for it.
No, thank you. Neither do I.
Neither does this collector, you mean?
Yes, neither does...
He's painted his fingernails, even.
I wonder why he needed a specific number of feathers.
Perhaps to match the number of empty spaces in his feather album.
Don't see how that would matter.
It's immensely important.
Well, I guess I don't know much about collections.
Alright, this ended up every bit as wonderful as I hoped it would. Oh, man. You enjoy your life, buddy. See, there was a reason indeed that he was living so close to where all of the harpies hang out. Oh my god, but I don't think it's something, because he didn't mind me killing the harpies to get their feathers, right? So it's not really the harpies he's after so much as he wants to be a rooster? Okay, enjoy life, buddy. You do you. Okay, wait, what is this? Damage dealt to humans, damage bonus on signs. This wasn't from him, was it? It looks almost like a beak. Yeah, he just gave us that, didn't he? We're not gonna, it's kind of awesome, but we're not gonna equip it. That was just wonderfully bizarre. Okay, focus, Lavinia. Harpy traps. So, we have 7, I believe, we need for the quest. We should be all set there. Alright, so someone was saying that there's going to be a connection between them and these stones. And I'm going to have to fight all these idiots again.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
More and more and more. Alright, first stone is right here, right? So what? Put the trap on the stone? Alright, come pick... Right into it, right? Did it go through the trap? Where's my trap? I don't have that many of these traps. I can't afford to bungle this. But I think I have. Alright, so... Can I get my trap back? Dang it. Alright, let's just get down into the midst of them. Oops. They're gonna probably kill me, but... we can enjoy the battle music for a bit. Out of the way, please. So do I even need to set the traps out here, or do I need to do it inside? Maybe I gotta be in here. Oh, and I can't go in until I... and get out of combat. Well, we're good. Okay. No, but all the mystical stones are right there. Okay, let's... ah, you jerk. I say, but my goal here is to kill them.
Never learn.
Well, my trap is accomplishing absolutely nothing. Okay, that sucked. Let's try it again. Well, shoot, where am I going to be at? I haven't it all quick saved yet. Okay, good thing game saved for me here. So,
Where are you headed?
out. Traps, actually. There we go. So. I mean, I could start with the other part. The smaller Harpy Nest on the other side of the lake. Maybe that would be easier. Because I'm not really clear on where to even put these things. Harpies, where are you at? Although this seems like kind of a good spot to maybe put one. Wait, follow Ingren's signs. Oh! And it has a key in it. So go to the right according to his notes. Go to the right. Where? Over here, or was there something up there I was missing? Can I climb on any of these? It doesn't really look like it. Okay, I should just look at the poem. Start looking at the well. 10 paces towards the river. Walk left, do not shiver. Where does it say about go to the right? Look for Ingrid's signs. They'll follow my designs. Should you choose to go right, you'll soon see someone in plight. At noon, this drowned soul points its shadow at your goal. Okay, so go to the right. And find someone in flight. What, this dead guy? Okay, fine. You said noon, so... noon it is, note. Whoops. Okay, try to not die. I'm not trying very hard. I'm gonna die. Ah! Suddenly all... there they all are. Okay, let's actually, fun, and don't panic. It's just harpies, they're not that strong. There's a lot of them, but it'll be okay. Let's, one of you get trapped by that. It's having no effect. There's like a million of them flying right over it, and it's not. These harpy traps are garbage. I want my orange back for buying that schematic. I probably have to set them in just the right place. Okay, get out of here. If I can. More and more.
Take that.
Alright. So, where's this soul I'm looking for? To the right? That's what we gotta figure out, Carol. Okay, so if we come down here... Yeah, I know, your medallion. It knows there's something going on, but not what. Then, I mean, this could maybe be kind of the right. The guy in plate pointing at what? In here? Up here where we already were? No. I'm probably making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, I guess let's just go in here. And see if we can figure anything out. We're down a trap, but whatever. We'll work it out. took it. What's it gonna do with it? Oh, it exploded a nest. Okay, awesome. So we accomplished something. Thank goodness. There was a nest outside. Well, it would probably be helpful too if I were tracking the proper quest, and I'm not, but we're just gonna stick with this for a minute. Okay, so one of you take that. It's a great thing. You want it really bad. Alright, that other one has it. I don't know where your nest is. There's a nest. Alright, harpies. None of you over here, so I can blow up this nest? Very well. Okay, is there even a nest around here? I don't know that I want to jump down there and possibly spawn harpies if there's no nest to even destroy. There's a nest. Harpies, where are you? You're never around when I need you. Alright, we can try jumping down here, and then hopefully any that spawn will destroy that nest.
Monsters.
Get that thing! Come here. Look how tempting it is. Don't you want it so badly? You don't give a crap about it, do you? Well, this is feeling a lot like a big waste of silver ore. At least I was able to get it back. Okay, if I try tracking the appropriate quest... How are we doing here? We got 4 of them. That's not too bad. We're more than half done. How many traps we got left? Okay, okay. So each one has managed to destroy a nest. Alright, that seems pretty important. Okay, so I think I want to go to the other one across the lake, but... Okay, if we want to maybe keep an eye on this too. It's feeling like maybe not the secret waterfall door at this point. Because that wasn't anywhere like this way, right? I could be totally misremembering, but I was thinking that it was on the other side of the lake. Also, yeah, I'm getting really lost in here. Okay, just a lot of west. Alright, Geralt, we're almost out of here. This seems like such a massive task for just one person. And I know that's the whole point of a Witcher, is that they're so far and away beyond normal people, and they specialize in fighting monsters and stuff, but, I mean, even so, this is a massive area to clear out. If you just could get, you know, a group of well-armed people from town to get in here and take care of some of this, it seems like that would be a better way to go about it, but... Okay, so thus far, our traps aren't really having anything to do with this. But is this to do with more Baltimore's quest? Were these...
Medallion's telling me something.
Yeah, what's it telling you? Were these the signs that we were looking for? Harpies, stop it. No one cares. And then... go to the right. So, like, we went up here, and then we got this key. We're just gonna go. That's enough of these harpies here. We'll forge on in another direction. If it doesn't work out, we'll ponder this another time. Oops. I already had my sword out. Didn't realize. Whatever. You're just standard harpies. You go down pretty easy. Yeah, I see all of you. Not interested, ladies. Wait. He's got these hens he keeps over here. That's what he's dressing up for. That's not about the harpies at all. It's about his hens. I will admit, when we first saw him and his back was to us and he was facing a chair, I almost half expected that he had, like, somehow caught a harpy and had it strapped down in that chair. But no, I was wrong. Okay, you know what? I do really want to see what Dandelion had to say about all that. So, we have a couple things to catch up. We have a lot of things to catch up on. Sack full of fluff. I suppose you must be wondering if, while keenly pursuing the Kingslayers, Geralt took on any errands of the kind he was wont to complete. I have in mind such pursuits as the extermination of monster colonies and the collection of rewards for impressive trophies cut from the corpses of slain beasts. I delved deep into my memory in search of something that might answer this question, and, lo and behold, recalled an adventure in this very vein. Our hero was retained by an individual named Elthon, who lived in a hut by the quarry near Vergen. Elthon was willing to pay good coin for harpy feathers, which he was purportedly amassing for a certain collector. In exchange for a full pouch of orens, Geralt was to bring Elthon 12 impressive plumes. The mysterious collector's appetite for harpy feathers seemed insatiable. Elthon, we're just gonna go with Elthon, made the Witcher another offer, a generous sum in exchange for nothing short of a copious pile of plumes. Though he accepted, Geralt wondered if it was all worth it. 60 feathers was a tall order, even for a Witcher. It was fairly easily got, though. It wasn't really that tough of one to complete it all. For someone whose fetish for feathers rivals the desire which cats exhibit for she-cats in heat, even a pile could prove insufficient. The collector apparently wanted another 8 plumes. The Witcher had for some time sensed something fishy in the matter, and now felt completely sure it was putrid in some way. Nevertheless, coin does not stink, so our hero seriously considered supplying another 8 harpy feathers. Putrid. Do we really need to call it putrid? It's weird. It's undoubtedly weird, but is he really harming anybody? He's out there on his own, so who really cares? As it turned out, 8 was the magic number. The Witcher had never before seen anyone get so excited about a sack full of down. In fact, Elthon seemed moved when he received the last batch, a reaction far too strong for an ordinary purchasing agent. Curious to get to the heart of the matter, Geralt decided he would visit Elthon again later. The Witcher did as he had decided, and showed up on Elthon's doorstep once more and unannounced. Please know, dear reader, that I have described the fall of empires and lovers dallying at the feasts of rich men. I have sung of the loud grief of solitary mourners, of the silent joy of many at the death of the usurer, and of the general outbreak of mirth that occurred when Archpriest Janos farted during King Medel's coronation. I am unable, however, to find words to describe what Geralt saw, for there are some things in heaven and on earth of which even the philosophers have never dreamed. Alright, Dandelion. You don't disappoint. Death symbolized. Oh, that was talking to the Wraith, right? One of the artifacts needed to lift the curse from the battlefield was to symbolize death. Having no idea what he was to look for, the Witcher took Philippa's advice and decided to talk to Cecil Burden. Vergen's alderman knew a lot about the battle between the Cadwani and the Adzernian armies, so he would likely give Geralt a good lead. After hearing the Witcher out, Cecil Burden stroked his beard and began his tale of the Dun Banner. The Dun was a unit of Cadwani light cavalry known far beyond the borders of Henselt's kingdom. Its soldiers had taken part in the battle, and their standard, easily recognized by any veteran from the north, could very well be the symbol of death. The unit's standard was buried in the forest crypt alongside the fallen soldiers. The Witcher had to find the tomb and the artifact. The dwarves told the truth. The standard was indeed in the catacombs, but the symbol of death had a guardian, the wraith of a Dun Banner veteran. The Witcher could acquire the item he sought by defeating the ghost in battle or by using deception. I feel like we read this whole thing. The latter choice would force him to impersonate a unit member and appeal to an old brother in arms. Geralt managed to deceive the ghost, and it showed him the sarcophagus containing the Dun Banner's standard. The symbol of death was now in the hands of Geralt of Rivia. The curse would soon be lifted from the battlefield. Which in theory sounds great, but we really need Saskia to be cured. You know, we gotta get the timing right here. We need Saskia to head our army, lift the curse, and we need Yorvith to come back with all of his scattered about Scoia'tael and bring everyone here to Vergen. Do I want to catch up on all these right now? I might should. Royal blood. It's a shame Philippa didn't demand a crocodile's tears or a sorceress's smile as ingredients of the antidote for Saskia. I believe the Witcher would have had an easier time obtaining either of those. As it was, he had to acquire some royal blood. Literally. There were only 2 potential donors in the area, Henselt and Stennis, and Henselt's on the other side of a valley of wraiths, so... The blood coursing through the veins of Stennis, son of Demavend, was royal without a doubt. When a messenger arrived bearing news of a riot in front of the prince's abode, Philippa dispatched Geralt there immediately. Peasants recruited into the army were accusing Stennis of poisoning Saskia and threatening to lynch him, so there was no time to lose. Luckily, Yorvith was faster than Geralt and managed to subdue the excited mob before any blood was shed. Yet the peasants were still furious. Left to their own devices, they would sooner or later force their way into Stennis' house. The Witcher decided to see if the accusations of poisoning were justified. He began talking to those gathered in the square and also went inside to speak with the prince. The craftsman claimed that the people of Vergen adored Saskia. Their love was so great that they had a beautifully adorned goblet fashioned for the dragon slayer. The dwarfs so highly lauded the quality of the adornments inside the goblet that Geralt had a terrible thought. Someone could have placed the poison within the goblet and not in the wine Saskia had consumed. Zoltan and I didn't have an opinion about Stennis. It appeared he was a foolish buffoon, but what nobleman, excepting me, isn't? Of course people around us gossiped, however the rumors contradicted each other. Only one fact was clear. A charismatic priest had a lot of influence over Stennis. Yeah? The Witcher circulated among the common folk like some farmyard illness, only to realize that none of the homespun judges had even tried talking to the accused. Our hero decided to be the first to do so. I knew little about Saskia's poisoning, however, after hearing the rumors, I was certain of one thing. None of the common people of Vergen would benefit with her death, because everyone loved her dearly. Even if someone got money from Henselt, it would soon be obvious he grew rich. Every neighbor would know where his fortune came from, and his days would be numbered. Demavend's son refused to give his blood for the cure for Saskia. Accused of the poisoning, he neither confirmed nor denied the charges. The Witcher would have left empty-handed, if not for the prince's proposition. In exchange for protection from the mob, Stennis offered the gratitude of a prince and future king. Lovely, was it not? Well, I mean, We don't know for sure if he would have been able to be king or not. He'd have been a horrible king if he were king. I'm obliged to remind everyone that the rebellion, or as others would have it, Saskia's uprising, was first and foremost a peasant revolt. For the first time in history, the common folk had risen up and demanded a better lot in life with such force. The nobility needed Stennis' support. They believed only he could stop the peasant deluge from engulfing the entire world. The nobility had their opinion, the peasants theirs. The man accused by the nobility was not guilty. They blamed Stennis for poisoning Saskia, as the peasant movements initiated by the Dragon Slayer were not to his liking. Geralt passed judgment, and a stern judgment it was. The peasants ripped the prince apart. The death of the rightful heir to Eden's throne set in motion events, the consequences of which affect us to this day. However, at that moment, Geralt could think of nothing but obtaining a vial of royal blood. He hid it away in his jacket pocket as he walked away from the scene of the murder. Alright, it was murder. It was. I don't contest that. And some people are saying that Stennis wasn't actively the poisoner, but he may have known about it. Honestly, like, I don't know. I kind of don't care. I feel in a way that Geralt is kind of a lot of us. That you overall just want to live your life, and you want to do what you're doing, do your job. And then sometimes you get pulled into, like, there is greater things in the world going on, and you know this. You know that there's injustices, and it doesn't sit well with you. And a lot of times you feel like, well, like, politics is a thing that's just, it's grimy, regardless. I think it can't help but be. There's always backstabbings and double dealings and people who will lie to your face, and you try not to get involved. And sometimes you find yourself kind of involved, and then, like, you're in the middle of a thing, and I don't know. You don't always know the right decision to make. But you're at a point where you gotta make a decision. So, you know, there Geralt is. He can decide to say, no, you're not gonna kill this prince. But do we really care if they don't kill the prince? No. I don't. I don't think Geralt really would either. Geralt cares. He cares in situations when the underdog is being oppressed and he wants to help them out. He doesn't generally worry too much about nobility. I mean, he'll help, like when the assassin came to kill Foltest. Yeah, he'll stop an assassination if it's happening right in front of him. And I suppose you could argue that maybe this was basically kind of an assassination right here. I don't know. I made the choice that I made. And I'm not going to stress about it. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. Whether Stennis really poisoned her or not, I kind of don't care. He would have been a bad king. He was a pompous, arrogant jerk. He didn't actually like Saskia. And I don't know, I just don't care. Don't care. It's done. We needed his blood. We got his blood. Moving on. Speaking of moving on, I really should accomplish something else here. I like reading Dandelion's take on things, but we do want to figure out where to go. Okay, so I don't want to accidentally walk right into the wraiths, because I do that a lot. And that's like this fuzzy area here, right? So if I just go kind of like here, then we should be fine. Is that where I want to go? Maybe? I don't know. I think I'm not communicating very well what I'm thinking about the whole Stennis thing. Like, I think there's just there's only so much, you know? With anything. There's layers and layers to stuff when it comes to all these political things going on. And there's only so much change I can actually affect in the world. And there's only so much caring any one person can really do. We're gonna cut through town. I think it'll be faster. For me, at least, because I know how to go there if I navigate through town. It becomes almost a little too much to decide to really go through and determine, like, should I have fought for Stennis? Should I have kept the peasantry back? Should I have ensured that he lived? I don't know Stennis anything. Do I really need to stick my neck out in front of the mob to save that guy? No. And then I know it becomes a slippery slope argument. Like, if the line's not there, then do you need to, you know, what if the mob was going to rip apart a child? What if this was The Witcher 1 and they were going to rip apart Alvin? Do you just stand back and let it happen? And of course not. And I guess what it mostly comes down to is I'm thinking, I don't know, there's so much injustice rife in the world everywhere that mostly I guess I'm just going to focus on trying to just trying to save the people I like. Trying to make sure that things go well for my friends. If I can do things along the way that help other people, make life better, great. But I'm not gonna stress too much about, like, if someone like Stennis gets justice. I'm not too worried about it. And perhaps that makes me a bad person. I don't actually care. There's only so much any one person can do. And sometimes that could be the difference. I could have been the difference between Stennis living and Stennis being torn apart by the mob.
And you, my love, you trust the girl?
But didn't feel like making a difference at this point. At that point. Okay, anyhow. Where am I going? Is this is the right way? Yes. Okay, so let's see if I can, at the very least, find these other harpies. Let's have a sword at the ready. Oh, yeah, that's a promising start. I want to get closer to their tower, though, because that's where the nests are mostly going to be, right? Alright, come over here, you. No, not you. Knackers. Nobody even cares about you right now. We're doing other things. There's another Necker coming on over. Get over here, you idiot. Or no, it's a Harpy. Still. Now then, let me across. And again. Quickly. Excellent. So. One of you get that. Right. Let's get this on. Oh shoot, I bungled it, and I didn't wait for anyone to actually get the trap. Okay, so I'm gonna have to maybe like leave and come back for them to respawn then, right? Yeah. Is there just the one nest over here and all the other nests are back in the other area? Well, there's gotta be some up there too, right? Maybe we'll worry about this in a minute. Let's hop down. What is this way over here? Okay, anyhow... Is the waterfall even back around here, or is it somewhere else entirely? Was it like over here? No. Down here, there's water. That might be where it was. Man, I do not remember it all. Tomb is over here. We don't need it. This is going to be a bunch of neckers. What was that? Oh, Celandine. Alright, I don't know where I'm going, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. I know I didn't accomplish a whole bunch this time. Oh, didn't accomplish very much, if I could speak. Anyhow, come back and next time, I think I'm going to just wander around a bit off screen in this area. I'm going to see if I can find the waterfall. I won't test the key. I'll wait for you to test it, and then if I'm wrong, then I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out from there. And we'll also be able to check back and see if those harpies will respawn so I can successfully set the trap and wait for one of them to actually pick it up. Yeah, I think that'll be our plan. This is not the right waterfall, right? Right.